Hi Jen, thank you so much for joining me today and for helping me to finally finish this series on Czech cases.
Oh, thanks for inviting me, Eliška.
Yeah. So in this series, I want to say I'm not focusing on the endings of words. I'm not showing how to change the endings, but I want to explain the meaning or the philosophy behind Czech cases. So this is what this series is all about. And today I would like to talk about the fourth Czech case, which is the accusative case. So, Jen, can you give me an example of the accusative case, a sentence that comes to your mind?
Ooh, we use it a lot. What about mám ráda kávu?
Yeah, that's a great example. And I think it's actually one of the most used situations for the accusative case. This is something we call the direct object. So does it tell you anything, the direct object?
Well, I know what the direct object is because I was an English teacher, but I think normal people don't understand these grammatical terms. So do you have a good way to explain what the direct object is?
I can use an example. I have a book here and we have a sentence, I touch the book. I touch the book.
Yeah.
And we have two actors here, right? It's me and
the book.
The book,
Okay.
right. So the word I here is the so-called subject of the sentence. The subject is the person or the thing that's actively doing something, that's performing the action.
I am touching.
Right. So I am the nominative case.
Okay.
And then there's the action is the touching. And I touch the book directly. So there is no intermediate station, there is no obstacle, also there is no preposition. My action, the touching, goes directly to the book.
Direct object. Very easy.
So can you think of other examples of the direct object, other verbs that need the direct object?
Jim maso.
Great. So I eat something. The something, the meat, is in the accusative case. It's the direct object. Great.
What about this? Piju pivo.
Great. Again, the drinking is directly affecting the beer. The beer is in the accusative case. Great.
Okay.
I think some of them are more real or more physical. Like I touch the book. Or I eat something, I drink something.
Very clear.
But some of them are a little bit more abstract. Like I like something. I hate something.
Jo. Miluju tetu.
Great. Perfect. I
Miluju,
love something.
Miluju tatinka.
Tatinka.
Yeah.
Great. So tetu, the accusative case. Tatinka, the accusative case.
Perfect.
Great.
Okay. So those are more like abstract, but I'm doing the action, I'm loving, and then the person I love is the direct object.
Or the thing or the animal.
Okay.
Great. Yeah. When I was preparing for this video, I used this book. It's the case book for Czech. And I really like the book because it doesn't just tell you the accusative case expresses the direct object of the sentence. It doesn't just give you the theory, but they really dig deep and they explain the meaning or the philosophy behind cases.
That's so important to understand it.
In the book, in the chapter on the accusative case, they say that if we had to say or use just one word or the definition of the accusative case, it would be a destination.
Ooh.
What do you think about it?
That's so interesting.
Let's take the example with the book.
Sure.
I touch the book.
Okay, that makes sense. The action is ending at this destination at the book. That's logical.
Great. So the direct object is the destination of my action, of the drinking, the seeing, the liking, the loving.
Like, yeah. So like I love my aunt. That's where my love goes to her. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the direct object, we use the accusative. That's easy. But I know there are other reasons we use accusative, especially when it comes to prepositions. So can you explain a little bit of that?
So let me give you an example. We have the book again. So let's imagine a sentence. This is a table. And I put the book on the table.
Na.
Dám knihu na stůl.
Right.
So can you analyze this sentence?
Yes.
Já dám knihu na stůl.
So I put that's my action put. The book we know is the direct object.
Right.
And then we've got this on the table. But because it's using na, it should be accusative also.
Great.
So we're going to have the book in accusative and this table in accusative. Okay.
Exactly.
That's easy.
And the table is the destination for the book. So it's the physical destination for the book. And that's why the word table is going to be in the accusative case.
All right. That makes sense.
And you are right, it's also connected, or it's because of the preposition na. Because the preposition na can be used with more cases, but one of the situations is the accusative case. Can you see the difference between the sentence kniha je na stole, the book is on the table.
Yes.
And dám knihu na stůl, I put the book on the table.
So the differences I noticed are that in the first sentence, the table is stole. And in the second sentence, it's stůl. So na stole, na stůl. So I know that these are two different cases because table was declined differently.
Great.
Can you explain why?
Perfect. That's a great observation. In the sentence kniha je na stole, there is no movement. There is no action.
It just is.
It is there. It's static. It's a position. And we use the locative case.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So we are not speaking about location today. The accusative case is always in motion. It always expresses some kind of a destination, action, moving.
That's such a great way to remember it. It's an action case. Okay.
Exactly. So we use the preposition na, right? Dám knihu na stůl. Where else can I put it? When we have the table here, we can put it on the table, na stůl.
We can put it pod stůl.
Pod stůl. Pod, then nad.
Nad,
we can
over.
Hang it somewhere, nad stůl.
We can hold it over, nad stůl.
It can be in front of the table, před stůl.
Před stůl, za stůl.
And also MEZI, between. So I put the book between Eliška and Jen.
Okay.
MEZI, Elišku a Jen.
Jen.
So here, Jen and Eliška frame the destination, the physical destination for the book. Okay. And the words Eliška and Jen are in the accusative case.
Right. Okay. That's good.
Right. So we had the abstract destination of the action, that's the direct object, and we had a real physical destination for an object after a movement.
Yes.
After the prepositions nad, pod, před, za, na, and mezi.
And can I make one clarification question? The book isn't, it is between. It's not is, we put it between.
Right.
We put
That's
it
important.
over.
Yes.
Not it is over.
Yes.
I hold it over or something like that.
Yeah. The book is not the greatest example. If I have a jacket, I hang it over the table.
Sure.
Right?
Okay.
Or I put my phone under the table.
I see. Okay, but there's it has a location, but it's me putting it there. Some destination.
Yes, it's a destination after a movement, after some kind of action.
Okay.
We hang it, we put it, we lay it somewhere.
Okay, that's starting to make sense.
This is very important.
Okay.
Yes, because if it's just there, if it's just sitting there, it's another case.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Sounds good.
So we saw the example with the book and the table and the preposition na. Dám knihu na stůl. I put the book on the table.
Yes.
Do you know any other examples where you use the preposition na, maybe in other contexts?
Yes. Na uniwersytu.
Right. So not I am at university, but I go there, right?
Yes, exactly. Na velvyslanectví.
Great. So again, I go somewhere. In Czech, we use the preposition na if we ourselves go somewhere. And again, the destination where we go, the place we are going to, is in the accusative case. And we use the preposition na. So we saw jdu na univerzitu, jdu na velvyslanectví.
Now, I thought we used do when we talk about going to a place. How is it different?
Yeah, we do. We use do if we go to a closed space. If we go to a house or to a place with a roof, usually.
Okay.
Right? If we go inside. But we use the preposition na with public places and institutions.
So na univerzitu.
Na univerzitu.
Na velvyslanectví
Na
možná?
velvyslanectví.
Na letiště.
Na letiště.
Okay. So that's a little public, little open space.
So we use it for open spaces, for public places and institutions. We use it for events and activities.
Like na koncert.
Jdu na koncert. I'm going to a concert.
Okay, good.
Jdu na koncert, jdu na tenis, jdu na fotbal.
Jdu na kávu. That's interesting.
That's an event.
Right,
Yeah.
like to go to coffee.
Exactly.
Nebo jdu na pivo. To go, so we would say get beers.
Yes.
To go to beer, the event.
Great. Or maybe, or you know it for sure that Czechs love their cottages.
Yes.
So in Czech we say jedu na chatu.
You do? I didn't know it. Okay, why and why?
That's interesting. I think that sometimes the cases are more logical, more obvious, right? So institutions, jdu na poštu. With chata, for me, how I personally explain it or understand it is that it's first an open space locality because it's outside, it's outdoors.
Yeah.
But it's also for me an event because I usually go there with my family and we spend a great weekend together. So it's an event, it's an activity, it's a social place for me, and it's also outdoors, it's an open space area.
Yes.
There is one more.
Okay.
Usually we use the preposition do plus the genitive case with countries and cities. But there are a few exceptions, and we say jdu or jedu na Moravu, jedu na Slovensko a jedu na Ukrajinu.
Na Ukrajinu. Cool.
Yeah. So there is one more I forgot to tell you about. Thank you for reminding me. We also use it in one more situation. Can you tell us which one is it?
Well, for example, na Floridu, idu nebo poletím na Floridu.
Great. So we also use the preposition na and followed by the accusative when speaking about peninsulas or islands. Jedu na Floridu, jedu
na Iceland.
na Island.
Na Island.
Na Island.
Poletím na Island.
Great.
So islands, and it, to me, in my mind, it's a little bit like an open area.
It is.
The same thing.
It is.
Okay.
It makes sense.
Cool.
So, Jen, you mentioned the sentence jdu na pivo.
Jo.
Can you again sum up where's the accusative in this sentence?
So I'm doing the action, do, and pivo is the event. It's not really an event, but it's like what I'm going to do. So jdu na pivo.
Great. So we can, because there are some examples that are more clear, more obvious, and other ones can become a bit more abstract. And I think this is one of them. In the casebook for Czech, they created one category and they named it the destination of purpose.
Makes sense.
So what's the purpose of me going there, going to the pub, the drinking of the beer? So the beer is in the accusative case.
So interesting. So we would say idu do hospody. Like I'm going to the pub, but idu na pivo. I'm going for beer.
Yes.
Okay.
Right? Or you know the Czech national sport, mushroom hunting. So in Czech we say jdu na houby.
Idu na hobby. Like I'm going, why am I in the forest? For
Why
the mushrooms.
Why am I staring at the ground? Because of the mushrooms.
For the mushrooms.
Yes.
Very good. Why am I in the rain? For the mushrooms.
Right.
Yeah.
So pivo is in the accusative case, mushrooms are in the accusative case. Is the destination of our purpose. So there are other examples. Let's say a toothbrush. In Czech we say kartáček na zuby.
Kartáček na zuby. Sure.
So what's the purpose of the brush? The
Right.
cleaning of my teeth. So again, the brush is the destination of purpose. It's the accusative case.
Right. So it's a brush for my teeth, not a brush for my hair.
Hřeben na vlasy. Vlasy are in the accusative case.
I see. Okay.
Can you think of other examples? In English, you usually put it together and create one word only. a dishwasher, washer for dishes in Czech.
Yeah,
a
hairbrush.
toothbrush.
Hairbrush, a brush for hair.
Mm.
That's a good question.
For example, a wine glass in Czech.
Is it sklenice na vino?
Sklenice na víno. Víno is the purpose of the glass, so víno is in the accusative case.
Okay. And the destination of purpose, that's also used when we talk about people, we don't use na. So if I would say a gift for my husband, I would say darek pro manžela.
Right.
But it's the same idea.
Yeah, it's the same principle. Exactly. Okay. So what's the purpose of me going to the store, looking for stuff, buying a gift? It's my husband. So darek pro manžela, in this sentence, manžel is the destination of my purpose, and manžela is the word that's in the accusative case.
And its destination of purpose is quite a heavy, big term.
It is.
In English, we would say for. What's it for? Exactly. So it's like a gift for my husband. Okay. A brush for my teeth.
Yes.
Okay. Makes sense.
Okay, Jen. So do you know any other situations where you can use the accusative case in Czech?
Wow. Well, I know we use the accusative pronoun a lot in certain expressions. Like boli mě hlava. I have a headache, but I don't know why that's in the accusative.
So you already know that the accusative expresses the destination of something. So can you come up with an explanation? Bolí mě hlava, I have a headache.
Well, my head is in the nominative, so it's the actor. And boli is like to give pain. So maybe I'm the direct object because my head is giving pain to me.
Exactly.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So in English, you say, I have a headache.
Yeah.
But in Czech, we completely switch the perspective. So in Czech, as you said, exactly, the head is the main actor that's performing the hurting. And I am the destination of the hurting, and I'm receiving the pain
from the head.
Okay. Right? So we literally say, my head hurts or is hurting me.
I never thought about this. I just memorized the phrase. Which is making a lot of sense.
Which is also a great way to do it.
But once you start to understand it, you don't forget it.
Baví mě, right? Baví mě jazyky.
It like enjoy. Okay, so baví mě.
I enjoy languages.
Oh, okay. So I enjoy languages, but it's not a literal translation of that, because then languages would be the direct object. So let's see. Baví mě jazyky. It would be languages delight me.
Or languages entertain me.
Entertain me. Yeah. That's it. So I am being acted upon. Languages are doing the action. Oh, interesting. Okay.
So baví mě jazyky, the word mě is in the accusative case. Languages entertain me. Okay. Can you think of other examples?
Every time I meet someone, I say těší mě.
Great.
And I don't understand why. Why do I say that?
So in English, you say nice to meet you. In Czech, we say těší mě, which literally means it delights me or it pleases me.
To meet you, but we don't really say that part. So this interaction with you is the actor pleasing me, the direct object, mě. So so mě is in the accusative.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Before we finish, I have a quiz for you, or maybe a little game.
Okay.
So there are other verbs and prepositions that require the accusative case.
Yes.
So I would like to give you a sentence.
Okay.
And you can try to find the logic behind it, or if there's no logic, you can just come up with your own crazy, descriptions or ideas for you to remember it.
Because these are sentences that don't fit into what we just discussed. They're like special verbs that use the accusative.
Yeah. Or maybe they fit there, but they are not that obvious or that logical.
Okay. Well, let's try it.
So the first sentence is čekat na kamarádku, to wait for a friend.
Čekat na kamarádku. Okay, so when we're thinking about a person, like for a person, we usually use pro. But I'm going to remember this like I'm waiting in the namjesti. Because that's a typical place to wait in the square. So čekat na kamarádku. I will remember that if I'm waiting for a person, I will wait with na.
And that helps you remember that in Czech we have to use the preposition na.
Perfect.
Instead of for.
Right. We don't say čekat pro manžela. Čekat na manžela.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want another one?
Yes.
Okay. Starat se o. To look after someone. So we can use your dog, Tobík.
Yes.
Starat se o Tobíka. To look after Tobík.
Usually with the preposition o, we use the locative. But with this one, we're going to use the accusative. And I always remember that, like, starat se o, because I'm, like, making a big O to, like, look after, to take care of them. So, starat se o, and then the Tobíka, my dog, would be in the accusative because he's the destination of my action.
Amazing. That's wonderful.
Okay.
Děkovat za něco. To thank for something.
So almost logically, I would think this would be na instead of za. Like, thank you for a thing. But
or pro, maybe. Also.
Pro. Yes, because it's I'm thanking you for the purpose of this thing.
But we say děkovat za něco.
Za. This is weird, but I would think like za is Z. It's the end of the alphabet. And it's like the finale, the best thing. Like, this gift is there's nothing better than this gift. So za for me represents like the best. So thank you for this perfect gift. Děkuju za dárek.
Yeah.
That's how I remember it.
That's great.
Okay.
Yeah. So Jen, thank you so much for joining me today.
Of course.
And see you next time. See you in the next video.
Ciao.
Ciao.